Y'all, I've showed you guys many a smart vacuum cleaners, and they work really well in your pool, but the problem is they can be very expensive. They can be anywhere from $700, $800, $900 to up over $1,000. Today, I've got a smart robotic vacuum pool cleaner that I want to show you guys, and it's really for you guys out there on a budget, but are still looking for something nice to vacuum your pool with. This here is the Seauto Crab pool cleaner. It's smart, it does have navigation technology, and it's coming in at about only $359. For a smart robot, I think that's a pretty good deal. Let's go ahead and open up this box, get this thing out in the pool, and see how it does. You guys stick around. We've got the box open, and inside the box comes with all your typical vacuum stuff. You're gonna have a hook to put on the end of a pole for retrieval. You're gonna have the startup guide or the owner's manual, and you're gonna have a fast charger with this one. That's right, it's a fast charger. This thing will charge in 2.5 hours, and it'll run for 2.5 hours as well. But let's take a closer look at this vacuum. Right off the bat, this does not feel like a cheap product. And I know at $359, it's not cheap, but to a comparable smart robot cleaner, it is quite budget friendly. You'll see it has tracks that guide itself, so it will propel with the tracks. So this thing will climb walls. It's got a brush on the front and the rear. This right here is the motor that keeps it down to the bottom of your pool. And right here, we'll have your collection tray, your basket that will collect all your debris. Now, one really neat feature about this robot that I have not seen yet on any other robot is that this thing has a removable battery. A lot of times after a few years, these batteries get worn down on these robots and they become unusable because they just don't clean your pool for long enough. So having a removable battery is going to make a really big difference, and it's going to make this purchase even that much better. Now up here on the top, we've got our rubber flap. You open the flap and that's where you'll charge it. One of the things I'm not sure if I really like about this robot is it has 3 cleaning modes. It has floor only, walls only, or all. It cleans the floor and the walls. Well, there's an app to select through the different functions of this robot. And truthfully, I'm not interested in downloading another app onto my phone for another device. So I'm not going to speak on the app today. When you turn this one on, it'll tell you. Let's go ahead and listen to it.
Welcome to the Seauto pool cleaning robot. I'm ready to work. Now it's all cover mode.
So it tells you it's ready to work, and it tells you it's in all cover mode. But there is no way to switch modes from the robot itself.
Please enjoy your pool. Goodbye.
Turn it off, a little message, turn it off as well. So the light on here indicates different functions. When you turn it on, this light will be blue. It means it's charged up, and it'll go to yellow as it's working. And then when it's red, it means the battery is dead. Now this thing will park itself next to a wall so we can easily retrieve it. So I think it's time to go ahead and put this thing in the pool and get to work. As usual, when I do these pool vacuum videos, I try to let this pool go for a while without being vacuumed. And last weekend for Memorial Day, we had a large party in here, probably had 10 or 12 of us in this pool, and it hasn't been vacuumed since. So there's gonna be some debris on the bottom. It's not a filthy pool, but let's see how much of these really small particles this little robot will get. So we'll turn it on.
Welcome to the Seauto pool cleaning robot. I'm ready to work. Now it's all cover mode.
All cover mode. Let's put her in there, put her to work. All right, so we dropped it in the pool. I see the top fan is spinning, and it should start moving here shortly. All right, and just like that, it's off and working. Well, it's pretty fast too. All right, so I'm putting it in at 9 o'clock. I will be testing how long it actually runs. And it's cleaning the surface right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and get some good underwater shots for you guys. I'm gonna show you the stuff that is in the bottom of this pool, and we'll pull it out here in a couple of hours.
Of their minds, they've been listening to nothing but lies. They hear the writings on the wall, and I can see it all. Yeah, they must be out of their minds. They've been listening to nothing but lies. I know the writings on the wall, and they can't read it all. Most of them, they've been just looking for trouble. Trouble for them to make up, but when they all stumble, well, all we see is the cracks in the beams of the floor that holds up the false reality. Hate crimes are where we see blurred lines of democracy. How long before the floor falls through when they come crashing down into me and you? They must be out of their minds. They've been listening to nothing but lies. They hear the writings on the wall, and I can see it all. Yeah, they must be out of their minds. They've been listening to nothing but lies. I know the writings on the wall, and they can't read it all.
So long, we watch the story unfold. Lies travel faster than the truth gets told. Hoping for someone to show us an answer, but all they wanna do is divide and conquer them criminal. Words they speak are subliminal, and we must open up our eyes to see the false reality. Keep pulling and pulling just like gravity. So they must be out of their mind, and it's a selfish game they play.
It's nothing we haven't seen.
And never thinking about the future, only short-term gain. When the fight for power will leave blood upon their hand, and maybe we could learn to love, speak the truth, start all over again.
But they must be out of their minds. They've been listening to nothing but lies. They hear the writings on the wall, and I can see it all. Yeah, they must be out of their minds. They've been listening to nothing but lies. I know the writings on the wall, and they can't read it all. They must be out of their minds. They've been listening to nothing but lies. They hear the writings on the wall, and I can see it all. Yeah, they must be out of their minds. They've been listening to nothing but lies. I know the writings on the wall, and they can't read it all.
It ran for a little over 2 hours. Let's go ahead and pull this thing out the pool and see what we got. Hey, Peanut. Hey, Peanut. Oh, I just wet her all up. What, Pop got you, knucklehead? You look.
Please turn off and charge the robot.
All right, so it just told me low battery. Please turn off and charge it up. I told you guys wrong before. I said that you could only change the modes with the app, and I was hesitant to download the app, but I went ahead and did it. And what it does is pretty neat, actually, because it just unlocks it. So you don't have to use the app to change the modes. In fact, now that I've unlocked it, I can just use the power button. So we can turn.
To the Seauto pool cleaning robot. I'm ready to work. Now it's all cover mode.
So it's in all cover mode. If we press the button again,
Wall only.
it goes to wall only,
Floor only.
and we can change it to floor only.
Please enjoy your pool. Goodbye.
Now, the reason I was interested in unlocking those modes is because in clean all only, it actually attacks the sidewall of the pool very aggressively. It really goes after it. And what it was doing It was doing something that none of my other robots have done thus far, and it was actually climbing up my steps, which I don't have a problem with. But the way these steps are designed, and with the curve of the Intex pool, it was going around my steps and getting itself wedged. So I had to intervene with it a couple of times. But that's while it was trying to clean the walls. Now I noticed after it had run for a while, it went to just floors only. It didn't try to go up the walls nearly as aggressively. When it felt itself coming up, it would back off and just do the floors. So I wanted, for my personal situation and the way my pool's made, I wanted it just to clean the floors. So from now on, that's how I'll use it. But it really did an excellent job of climbing up and scrubbing that line on the water line on the pool. But let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at what it got. Now you can see down in here the really small particles it got, and it's really full of these small particles in here. And the bottom's just a flap, so there'll be no spring to get rusted out or anything. But the way the basket is designed, it's probably hard for you to see, but it really trapped a lot of sand and small particles in this thing. Now, for the price of a robot like this, coming in at $359, I gotta say, I think it's a really good prospect. With the fact that you can actually change the battery out on here when it dies, to me, that's always a plus. These batteries just don't last forever. You'll get a few years out of them, but the fact that you can change this battery, and something else I noticed that I like is this screen here over the propeller. There's 2 screws hold that in, so you can remove that and clean that out as well. I have another robot that I put in my pool when it was really dirty, and these can get plugged up and catch a lot of debris, and it's really hard to get it out. So having something that you can remove to take out the leaves and trash that just gets caught in here is a really, really nice feature. I think this is a very feature-rich robot for the money it cost. Now, I will say this, compared to, let's say, my Aper, I don't think the navigation is quite as refined as that Aper. But as you can see in the videos that I took, it is very purposeful about the paths that it does take. And when it was cleaning the walls, it would come down and it would go up at an angle, and it really got the whole wall of the pool. It really got everything. Like, there was literally one little blade of grass that just kept escaping it, because the grass is so light it just would float around in front of it. But it really did a good job of covering the entire pool. I got a link to this thing down in the description. And like I say, for the price, this thing's gonna be really hard to beat. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that have these smaller pools that just don't wanna go spend $1,000 on a robot. Well, this thing's really gonna be a way that you can get your pool and clean and keep it clean very easily with a nice robotic vacuum for just a few $100s. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you on Everyday Man.